Hey guys, this is the YouTube version of my show. I don't love the idea of even putting it out like this, but I'm going to use YouTube to stay in touch with you guys from now on. That means this version is missing all the stories about coronavirus, insurrection, your Second Amendment rights, and more. All of these, of course, are usually my most honest, brutal, and important stories. Anyway, you can get the entire unfiltered and uncensored show for free by going to thecomicsgym.com or nickdip.com. It's still free on both of these sites, too. And if you want extra content each day, join at patreon.com or thecomicsgym.com for the daily Encore show. Also, while you're on these sites, please make a contribution to keep this show free and check out my tour dates. I'll be in Phoenix, Raleigh, New York, and Texas in the up-and-coming months. Remember, you guys keep thinking it, I'll keep saying it, and please enjoy, and please share today's episode. Talk to you soon. I am so sick and tired of the liberal agenda that is destroying our country, from our schools to our workplaces to our media. It's literally everywhere. Well, everywhere maybe, but not this show. Never. Here you get the truth, unfiltered and unapologetic. I don't care if I hurt feelings or if I take a position that isn't agreeable or if I step on somebody's toes. I call them the way I see them, and then I put it out there for free. To keep this show free, I need your help. Please go to nickdip.com and make a contribution, or even better, subscribe at thecomicsgym.com or on Patreon today and get an extra Encore show each day. Discounts on merchandise and a whole lot more. Thank you guys so much for watching, sharing, and contributing to the best show, in my opinion, on the internet and the most honest. You guys make it happen.
I wanted to know if you think, and if you asked the United States to specifically accept more refugees.
Okay. A friend in need is a friend indeed.
Okay, I can first. Okay.
Children are dying, you twat. Oh yeah. How are you, folks? Welcome to the final day of the week, of Thursday. Thursday. What's the date today? 14th, 13th, 11th, 19th, 31? 10th. Named 8 numbers, couldn't even get it right. That's why I don't play the fucking lottery. 10th, huh? So I still got 15 days before I get on a plane. I was talking about that a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God. Every year, I've been flying for 30 years, right? At least a few times a month. Every goddamn year, when they do the announcements at the beginning, it's been getting longer and longer, and now you throw the on top. I'm like this, and I've said this out loud, shut up! I've had people, and what I hate is people look at me like I'm out of line, instead of going, yeah, shut up. You know what I mean? I've done it at least 3 times. I go, shut up! The guy or lady next to me is like, really? What are you, numb to this? Seriously. Fangula bagazza. Anyways, that's why I'm taking a Greyhound bus to Dallas. I'll let a homeless guy jack me off. At least I'll get something out of it. Who's with me? Any he, any who, any what was yesterday? Wednesday? What did I do? Oh, before I went to bed. Again, worked out over here. I just do 2 minutes of cardio and it makes me hungry the rest of the day. So I did about 25, no break, jumping around like a young kid. I'm not even home, I'm starving. It kicks up your metabolism. And again, I ate a baked potato and a can of peas. I was like, that's it. That was good at 5:30. I have the appetite of fucking Andre the Giant. It's frightening for a guy who's 5'9", doesn't have the frame to carry it. Jesus Christ. You guys know what Little Debbie's are? I told you. I think I mentioned this on the show. I go, Little Debbie's, they should call them Big Nickies, because that's what I'm turning into. I was inhaling those and fucking anything. Whatever. I get no willpower when it comes to food. Absolutely embarrassing. Let's get on with the goddamn show since I said nothing for the first 5 fucking minutes. What's in the news? Again, this was interesting, man. Sorry. This was interesting. There's been a lot of rumors going around the last week or so about the United States having biolabs in Ukraine and funding them. You know, like what we just went through with fucking only with pathogens like anthrax and shit. And there's been rumors, and of course USA Today, Reuters, all these left-wing outlets, and anybody in the Democrat Party said that's Russian disinformation. You should not be saying that. You're a traitor to your country, blah, blah, the same horse shit. And what's her name? Tori Newland. She's the under defense secretary, whatever the fuck. She was one of the people saying, yeah, it's a bunch of baloney. But she had to testify yesterday. I hope this is her first, right, in the video? Am I pulling up the right video?
No, yeah.
It's her,
It's
right?
the second video, but yeah, the first one.
What's the first
has
one?
Carlson addressing.
Oh, okay. It was on Tucker, a lot of it. But I read all the websites, and they're trashing Tucker when he was reporting on it and all kinds of shit. And, well, let him set it up. I just fucked up. Go ahead.
But when it turns out the people who represent us and run our government are lying to us and never apologize for it and doing horrific things in our names, then you have to open your mind a little bit and at least assess what other people are saying. So here was the Russian claim. Watch.
During the course of the special military operation,
Lesbian.
facts were uncovered of the Kyiv regime mopping up traces of military biological program under development in Ukraine, financed by the U.S. Defense Ministry.
That was said, I don't know, recently. Everybody get their panties in a bunch. And, yeah, if you, okay, USA Today, Reuters, all claiming these stories about U.S.-funded biolabs in Ukraine are Russian disinformation, of course.
What exactly leads you to believe the Soviets
Boy, they
were
blame
involved?
everything, right? And, you know, they even mentioned QAnon, you know, right-wing nut conspiracies. And so is, like I said, this woman, Tori Newland, saying that until this hearing yesterday in front of the Foreign Relations Committee, she was saying the same crap. But watch, what's his name? Marco Rubio is going to put this this is fucking, I found this amazing. Once again, you guys on the left, do you ever, in the media, do you ever tell the truth about anything? You vile idiots. Go ahead, let Rubio.
So she was having this colloquy with Senator Marco Rubio of Florida during her testimony. And at one point, Rubio took a tack that we were not expecting at all. He asked Newland if Ukraine had biological weapons. We never imagined Ukraine would have biological weapons. Why would Ukraine have bioweapons? So it seemed like a pretty strange question. But it wasn't half as shocking as the answer he got. Watch what Tori Newland said.
Does Ukraine have chemical or biological weapons?
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which, in fact, we are now quite concerned Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of Russian forces should they approach.
See how careful she was? They have research lab. She didn't just say
Biological research.
she didn't come out, but she didn't say no.
Exactly.
She didn't come out and say no, we don't, right? See how they are? They split big fat gray ones. And Nick, grow up. I don't have to. I don't want to. U.S. cooperation with Ukraine under the Non-Lugar Cooperative Threat Reduction, CTR program, was expanded August 29th. Those are the guys from the Muppets. Hey, how are you? You know what's wrong with this stage? What? The seats face it. Program was expanded August 29th with an agreement to use USTR funds to improve security for pathogens stored at biological research and health facilities in the former Soviet Republic, meaning the Ukraine. Does that sound familiar? Under the agreement, CTR funds will for the first, this is Lugar. Is he even in the Senate anymore? This is old. But the point is, you can go to a website, our own DOD, Department of Defense or something, and there's a thing on there announcing this, like from 2010. Boy, this is a heavy show for a Thursday. I don't give a shit. I found this fact. CTR funds will, for the first time, flow directly to projects aimed at securing pathogen strains and sensitive biological knowledge within Ukraine. The United States will also work to improve Ukrainian capabilities to detect, diagnose, and treat outbreaks of infectious diseases. They're talking about anthrax. They named a whole bunch of shit, which is scary news if it's not secured. And now they're blowing shit up over there. Do you understand? Well, they might even use it as an excuse for another, almost like well as determine whether outbreaks are natural or the result of bioterrorism.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah, you're goddamn
Danger.
right.
No, Will Robinson. Danger.
The agreement was signed during the visit to Kiev of a high-level U.S. delegation led by Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chairman Richard Lugar and Senator Barack Obama. So it was back then. Barack was still a senator. There he is with hostility for an old white guy. Among the facilities in Ukraine intended to receive security upgrades are those once linked to the Soviet-era anti-plague network, which continue to store libraries of natural occurring pathogens for the purposes of research and public health. Yeah, that's why they're storing it. Oh, my aching stem. Fucking Obama. Everything he touched turned to shit. And Lugar. Tucker talks about a government website that digs into the story about biolabs, and this is what he says about the links on the website.
Limiting the creation of deadly pathogens so we can study them and prevent people from getting infected with them, maybe? There are lots of examples of this. The U.S. Embassy in Ukraine has a handy webpage explaining that American and Ukrainian scientists have worked on a whole bunch of different experiments like this. Some of the projects include work on African swine fever virus, hemorrhagic fever virus, and various avian respiratory viruses. The interesting thing, the telling thing, is that the U.S. Embassy's website also contains links to fact sheets about America's support for biological research in Ukraine.
Yeah.
But all those links are now dead.
Oh, my God. You believe it? You fucking believe it. So we just went through, little do we know, we were sitting on almost the same story 10 years, and now bombing Ukraine. I'm sure those are secured. They're in Tupperware under I put them in a fresh lock bag, the anthrax. They ain't getting out. And of course we're funding it and denying it. And that Tory Newland, she was like everybody else saying, if you don't believe it's Russian disinformation, you're an asshole. You're a conspiracy theorist. Then she goes on to questioning. Good for Rubio, by the way.
You fucking people. You have no idea how to defend a nation.
My God. Anyways, a couple good, interesting stories right off the top of the show, folks, before we get to the lesbians and the dog collar stuff. I don't know how you can't watch this show. It's tremendous. I'm dressed like a lesbian. Let's get in our Subaru, Betty. Go up to Burlington, tap some trees, and rub it on our ass. Hey, guys, Black Buffalo is everything you love about dipping, including pharmaceutical-grade nicotine, but with no tobacco leaf or stem. And by the way, you know who uses this? Real Americans. Working class. You think Jen Psaki dips? It's dipped with the same flavors, texture, aroma, pack, and nicotine as traditional tobacco products, but made from edible green leaves and food-grade ingredients. I like it because, here we go. First of all, it's way lighter. I used to do Skull. Felt like I had rocks in here. And this doesn't, you can actually swallow a little of this and be fine. Anyways, it is, and it comes in a ton of flavors. No compromise required. And the flavors are great. Wintergreen, mint, straight, peach, even blood orange. It's available in both long cut and pouches, as well as nicotine-free versions called Zero. If you're 21 or over and you dip or chew tobacco, you have to try this tobacco alternative. It's 2022. Are you still dipping traditional tobacco or those little white portion things? Come on, get with it. If so, and you're 21, it's time to get with Black Buffalo. It's everything you love about dipping, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. Head to blackbuffalo.com and use promo code NICKDIP at checkout for 25% off your first order. That's the best offer you're going to find, but you have to use my code NICKDIP for 25% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code NICKDIP for 25% off your order. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. We thank them, Black Buffaloes, for sponsoring the show. Speaking of Buffalo, Jen Psaki is in the... I don't know. Sometimes I actually find her attractive. Is that scary? Yes. Not her physical looks. I just know she'd be cold-hearted. Like you could do anything to her. She's got no... feeling? She's got no feeling. Yeah, she's just a cold blue blood. You could just do silly things with her red hair. Put a clown nose on her and slap her around. Big exploding shoes and any. Same expression. Yeah, she'll be just like this. I'll go, can I put these nipple clamps on? And she'll go, we'll have to circle back. Best show on TV, folks, whatever we call this. Not the best picture of her. A couple days ago, she had really bright red hair. She, kicked it up a notch. It was very fucking carrot top bozo. Anyways, White House Press Secretary Jenny Psaki vocally condemned a Florida parental rights bill that Democrats have branded, and that's the key word. You know how they brand shit untruthfully? They have branded a don't say gay bill, despite the fact the bill does not ban the word gay in school settings.
Liar, whore,
she is.
Whore, and you know it.
Psaki branded the legislation discriminatory, horrific, and a form of bullying against families and LGBTQ children at a news conference on Wednesday, dodging a question about why President Biden voted for similar legislation when he was a U.S. Senator in 1994. They asked her about that, and she said,
"It's a sick question. You're a sick fuck, and I'm not that sick that I'm going to answer it."
She never answers it. I'm tired of the left. I am so fucking sick of it. But you talk to any lefty, both sides are guilty. No, one side is guilty. Again, it's a new world order. There's 12 guys in a room smoking cigars, Bill Gates included. And this is their globalist plan. But I'm just saying dickheads on the left seem to be going along with it. And some on the right, rhinos, we know that. But I'm just saying, how much are you going to put up with? It doesn't say in the bill, don't say gay. You guys are just, I don't know. You remind me of the husbands I see on that show that I love, Evil Lives Here. That is so good. Oh, my God. Again, watched 3 of them last night, Dallas. 2 of them mentioned Christian. Even the opening shot, when it says, Evil lives here, it's a house in the middle of nowhere, like a farm. So literally it's saying evil lives in flyover country. It just dawned on me. And like I said, I pointed out to my wife, so what is this, the A story about, there was one in there. They throw 2 black ones in there just so they can cover their ass. But it really is attack on, it's white guys. And I'm not saying these guys aren't nuts, but I'm just saying, for every one of those, how many black kids or guys are shooting up, selling drugs, killing? Let's do a show, Evil Lives Here, and go to the projects. Never happened. They just hate the working class. Maybe the people making it don't realize it. I don't know. Like hell. The bill, HB 1557, requires school districts to adopt procedures, this is in Florida, by the way, that's why I love DeSantis, that reinforce the fundamental right of parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children. It prohibits classroom instruction, not casual discussion, which it should, in my opinion, on sexual orientation and gender identity with children in the 3rd grade or younger, or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with the state standards. In other words, it's up to the parents. You don't talk about, it goes up to 3rd grade, they said, it should be not. Why should they ever talk to your kids about that shit?
Shut up. Mind your fucking business.
Exactly, Phil. A reporter asked Psaki about the bill, noting that in 1994, jerk-off Biden voted for an amendment to an educational bill that aimed to prohibit federal funds for instructional materials, instruction, counseling, or other services on school grounds from being used for the promotion of homosexuality as a positive lifestyle alternative.
Fucking quiz!
That's what Joe said back in the 80s. Can you imagine how far we've come? Back then, we didn't even know about trans. It was just, can you please not make everything gay? I met this girl cop. I told you, one of my gigs on the road a couple months ago. She was originally from Chicago. Look like a guy, little thing, but she's a cop. Gay as they come. Could have been a cousin of mine. She fucking loves my comedy. What's my point? I have no idea. But she's sick of this garbage, And the fact that she likes my and she had friends who were there with her. I'm just saying, they all had my hair cut. It was a nice moment. Anyways, somebody said, why did he do that, the reporter asked, and can you describe how his thinking has evolved over the years? And then Sparky said, well, I think that you have seen the president speak passionately about his view that a bill like this, a bill that would discriminate, which it does not, against families, against kids, it doesn't, put these kids in put these kids in a position of not getting the support they need at a time where there's, what you're implying is that the parents aren't supporting the kids. Does she have kids? I doubt it. Exactly with what they need is discriminatory, Psaki said. It's a form of bullying. It is horrific. I mean, the president has spoken to that.
Problem. You're the fucking problem. You fucking Dr. White, onking jamrag, arcing spunk bubble. I'm telling you, H, you keep looking at me, I'm going to put you in the fucking ground. I promise you. Not this time.
Jamrag, arcing spunk bubble. That's going to be my next album, Spunk Bubble. It is.
With the last track being the bubble burst.
Yeah. Spunk Bubble. That's my screen name when I'm trying to pick up kids. Last month, Biden called the legislation a hateful bill. Of course he did. He doesn't know where he is. See this right now? Right now, see that picture of him? He thinks he's at a deli ordering a sandwich. Fucking hateful bill, reassuring every member of the LGBTQI community. What's the I now? That's what it stands for. I have no fucking idea. Community that my administration will continue to fight for the protections and safety you deserve. What's that mean? Give them condoms? Shut up, Joey. You big girl lover. I'm telling you, I'm so tired. I really resent. I'm 60. The amount of time, and it's on me. I know people say shut off the TV and blah, 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 blah. I can't help it. I should be able to follow the news. It's a good thing to be informed. But it's so goddamn obvious, the lying coming from one side, that it will make you. Oh, by the way, I talked about my high blood pressure, right, on this show, I think, which I never had for the last year or so. I swear to God, it started right when Biden got in. But I have one at home, a cuff, and took it twice last night. It was like 120 over 78, and then 119 over like 72, which is outstanding, I might add. Of course, it's right after I rubbed a couple out and had a glass of wine. No, it isn't. Let's go on. Shocking story. 3 New Jersey women, you can call them women, allegedly forced a young girl to wear a dog shock collar. I kind of like this chick already. They made a girl wear a dog shock collar as punishment when she was bad and deprived her of proper food and clothes in a case that lasted for over 3 years, prosecutors said. Stratford residents Kelly Menning, Rebecca Menning, Kelly's 42, Rebecca's 22, and Rachel Menning is 20. Oh, is that them?
Y'all fat fuck, look at you.
I'll say it to all of them.
Y'all fat fuck, look at you.
Now, Rachel.
Y'all fat fuck, look at you.
These three chicks, look at them, tattoos, and we've lost it. We're rotting from the inside out. Why would you get a tattoo when you got the face of a fucking dog's ass? Why would you draw more attention to above the neck? Why? Because Oprah said you're beautiful. I'm here to tell you, Oprah's a liar. Face charges of aggravated assault, child abuse, and neglect, according to an affidavit of probable cause from the Camden County Prosecutor's Office. The victim, who is now 13, how old was she? When did this happen? It was identified only by her initials ID. That's cute. Said she was first forced to wear the canine collar when she was 9 years old and in the 4th grade. What the fuck is going on? They don't work anyways. We got one for our dog, a little Shih Tzu poodle, whatever, cute as the fucking. We buzz her and she looks at us like, "That's all you got?" She goes up and does this. Still barks. I said to my wife, "Put it on high." I go, "If you don't, I'm going to throw in the tub and throw a hairdryer in there." The charges against the three women cover the period from October 2018 to March 1st of this year, according to the affidavit. Shock collars are controversial training tools for dogs if you're a big girl. They're great for the bedroom. You put those around your sack, fellas, hit it with a little mist. Oh, my goodness. Delivering varying degrees of electronic stimulation by their handlers via remote control as punishment for misbehavior. You just go, dance, bitch. That's what happens when you put on their nuts. Police first learned about the alleged abuse when a concerned neighbor on Harvard Avenue, Great Street, saw the girl wearing the collar and called 911. See, I wouldn't have called 911. I would have asked for her phone number. Oh, wait a minute. She was 9. Scratch that. The woman, Karen Valek, told the Daily Beast that she heard her doorbell ringing frantically at about 3 p.m. on March 1st. ID, the girl, is standing there and she goes, "They're shocking me. They're shocking me." Valek told the news outlet. And she hands me this dog collar, which is like vibrating in my hands. So I shut the door in her face. I go upstairs and try it out. Now listen, I haven't put this thing down for 3. She lifts her head up, and I can see the marks on her neck where they were shocking her. So my husband calls 911 because I don't know how to dial the phone. And I was in the kitchen with ID trying to calm her down. The girl who was treated at Jefferson Hospital in Stratford has been removed from her home by the Division of Child and Protection and Permanency. So, bye-bye. Now, hold on a second. Doesn't really state, was she living with those 3? Yeah. At that young age? Why?
It never specified if she was a younger sibling.
Great reporting once again, you fuckstains. Let me help reporters out, okay? I don't even report. But this is still true. They told reporters this in 1930, okay? Who, where, when, why. Very simple. They go who and now let me check another why. They don't, it's just I feel like it's 8th graders who flunk journalism. Anyways, I should go on the road and calm down. Hey, I'm back on the road, you guys, again. For find all these tour dates and ticket links on my website, Cheryl Banana, loving nickdip.com. March 25, Hyenas in Comedy Club, Dallas. Hyenas Comedy Club. I just said Hyenas in Comedy Club. Don't go to that club. There's hyenas in it. March 26, Hyenas Comedy Club in Fort Worth. That's the next night. April 7 through 9, comics at Mohegan Sun. I returned to the scene of crime where I did mushrooms for the first time. May 6th, Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. My buddy James and his lovely wife Laura, who run a great club. May 7th, the Paramount Theater in Peekskill, New York. September 9th, Soul Joel's Comedy Club in Royersford, PA. September 10th, Algonquin Theater, Manasquan, New Jersey. And September 11th, Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center in Chester, New York. And we're talking the Comedy Cabana in, what is it in South Carolina? What's right on the ocean? Myrtle Beach. Jesus. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're looking at a date at the end of May. And I had never been there the first time, and all the shows are packed, and people were great. And they put us up in a hotel on the ocean, a beach right there. My wife was there to ruin it. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It was a great room. Again, get all the links for tickets at nickdip.com and click on the tour button. Oh, boy. More gay people in the news. Folks, I'm telling you, by the end of this show, I'll be wearing a pink hat and my Speedo. Psycho-trans trash is the headline. An 83-year-old serial killer, yeah, who says mental illness and trans don't go together, spent the bulk of her life behind bars. Get this. See, this, I bet this will show up in the Evil Show. For killing 2 ex-girlfriends, is now being eyed in the murder of another woman whose dismembered body turned up in Brooklyn last week. How old did I say she was? 83. She's 83, and she's still killing. Nice going, cops. The Post has learned. There's only one sound for this lady. It's me. Yanking it. What? Don't be gross. Javi, so this is a guy who became a girl, even though the pictures are going to make you laugh. Javi Marcelin, who was that's Jen Psaki in about 20 years. Looks like Don Knotts with a wig on. Mr. Roper is killing bitches. Harvey Marcelin, who identifies as a transgender woman, I don't think you've gone all the way there, was charged, turn up the fucking, the estrogen, was charged last week with concealment of a human corpse after she was allegedly caught on surveillance video dumping human remains near her apartment, according to sources and court records. Look at that pig.
You fucking whore.
Oh!
Yeah, that's it. Go home. Get my dinner ready.
That's her talking to her girlfriend. A search warrant turned up a human head. Thank God it wasn't a little kitty's head. In Marcelin's home in Cypress Hills, according to a criminal complaint and sources, said cops also recovered electric saws. What the fuck? She bought those at Home Depot. She tried to return them, but there was too much meat in the... The grisly case unfolded last week when the torso, imagine this, doesn't look crazy though, belonging to Susan Layden, 68, was recovered from an abandoned shopping cart at the corner of Pennsylvania and Atlantic Avenues, less than a block away from Marcelin's apartment. Nice going. Reminds me of Aaron Hernandez for the Patriots. Yeah, put the fucking body a mile from your house. A few days later, Layden's leg was discovered alongside some mint jelly and a nice fucking red-eye gravy. Layden's leg was discovered a few blocks north, sources said, adding that her arm is still missing. I can't help it.
I know what you did. You're a damn predator. All right, just get the hell out of here. Huh? I got a goddamn campaign.
It sounds like my dad when he's watching that Lady Di's funeral. He was laughing about the horse shit in the street. The twice convicted killer could now face fresh murder charge. Oh, give her a life sentence. She's 83. Make her run 10 feet. She's dead. Anyways, fresh murder charges in Layden's death, authorities said, adding to her already disturbing criminal history. The octogenarian spent more than 50 years in state prison on murder and manslaughter convictions dating to 1963, prison records show. That rap stemmed from the April 19th, 1963 shooting, death of her live-in girlfriend, Jacqueline Bonds, inside the couple's Manhattan apartment, according to sources. God, what a nut.
I suck cock.
Do you ever?
And I love it. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Marcelin snapped shooting Bond 3 times when she said she was leaving her. Marcelin was sentenced to 20 years to life that same year, but was freed on lifetime parole in May of '84. The killer was free for less than a year when she was busted again for fatally stabbing another living girlfriend. Boy, she's got a problem with girls. Stuffing her body in a Thanksgiving turkey. Into a bag she dumped on the street near Central Park. She was convicted of first-degree manslaughter in that case in 1986. The minute they let her out, so he or she, whatever, loved the prison lifestyle because there's plenty of freaky sex in there. In 1986, and sentenced to a 6 to 12-year term. See?
New York, man.
Huh? Fucking New York. Marceline was denied parole several times, sources said, and admitted at one hearing that she had a problem with women. She admitted that?
My vagina's angry. It is. It's pissed off. My vagina is furious, and it needs to talk.
Put a sock in it. Anyways, final story. Black Panther director, a moron. That's the headline. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler. Now, right away, I know because he directed Black Panther, that means he hates white people. Nick, shut the fuck up, case closed. This is how the news should be done, by the way. Was handcuffed in Atlanta earlier this year after a Bank of America teller mistook him for a robber. So right away, even I was going, oh, wow, here we go. White teller, fucking prejudging, blah, 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 blah. The filmmaker, 35, was attempting to make a discreet withdrawal from his account on January 7th. That's what the police report said. Coogler was wearing get this, here's where it gets weird. Green hoodie, as you see there, black hat, dark sunglasses, and a white face mask, protecting him from also protecting him from being identified if he's robbing a bank. When he walked into the Atlanta branch, look at this mama.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. So fucking stupid.
He handed the teller, described in the report as a pregnant black female, a slip with a handwritten note on the back, which led her to believe Coogler was trying to stage a robbery.
Give me the money, you understand me? Give me the fucking money, you hear me? You hear me? I gotta come here and bust my balls. Give me the fucking money.
Okay, 10 out of 10 people would have done the same thing as the teller. Because the guy comes in with a fucking glasses on, mask, hoodie, and you know what he's doing, folks? You could call it trolling, entrapment, whatever. He was hoping a white broad was going to be behind there. They would have had a whole story about it. The police report further states that after being handed the note and receiving an alert notification from Mr. Coogler's account, the teller informed her manager and they called 911. I would like to withdraw $12,000 in cash from my checking account, reads the note, allegedly obtained by TMZ. Please do the money count somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet. And I say to this guy,
You listening?
yeah?
Your mother sucks fucking big fucking elephant dicks. Got that?
I haven't heard that one in a while.
You listening?
Yeah?
Your mother sucks fucking big fucking elephant dicks.
No, she doesn't. No.
You listening?
Yeah.
Your mother sucks fucking.
The reporting officer stated in the police report that the incident was a mistake by Bank of America and that Mr. Coogler was never in the wrong. Is that what you got from it? Did you say to him, don't come in dressed like that? Because 9 out of 10 brothers that are dressed like that are off trying to rob a bank. Or white people, for that matter. Noting that the filmmaker was immediately taken out of handcuffs. Naturally, huh? Yeah, he was just trying to come up with an idea for another movie. You suck. Your movies suck. I would like to thank the following people for contributing to the show this week. One-time contributions. Paul Matson of Minnesota. David Gambastiani, New Jersey. Jonathan Arentz, North Carolina. Christopher Long of Idaho. Polly Sagnella, Connecticut. Kit Fortney, these are regulars, Michigan. Jonathan Ramey, Arkansas. Russell Buckner of Tennessee. Scott Van Duker, Washington. Sean Paolo, buddy in Florida. Lee Priest, the great Lee Priest, Australia. Austin Pardee of Nevada. Kelly Hubbard, Michigan. Douglas Young. Stephen Stanley. Scott Brown. Joseph Hirsch. And new monthly supporters, Franklin Williamson, Ryan Bloom, Roger Boland, Count Blue de Planta de Weidenberg de Gaulier. Please help. Again, thank all of you for contributing. We need more shows like this because the lying on the left's getting worse than ever. Anyways, that's it for the week, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you again for supporting the show financially. Don't forget to sign up on a monthly basis, if you could, at thecomicsgym.com. And then we got patreon.com. Go to nickdip.com for merchandise. And cameo.com. If you'd like me to roast a relative or a friend, go to cameo.com. So we'll see you on Monday. Remember, you think it, I'll say it. You're very welcome. Have a great weekend.